After a big decline in the number of homeless families living in hotels and motels, the state says more families have moved back in, costing taxpayers millions every month. 22 News I-Team reporter Laura Hutchinson is live in the newsroom tonight to explain why these numbers are on the rise.
Well, the state says there are a variety of reasons, but mostly lack of funding from the federal government and running out of allotted money on the state level.
Massachusetts taxpayers shell out millions of dollars every month to house homeless families in hotels. The numbers have been steadily declining until this summer. Now the state admits the numbers have gone up again.
The federal government hasn't added to the voucher inventory in 2 decades.
HAP Housing's Peter Gagliardi, who works with the state to place families in permanent housing, says lack of Section 8 housing has a lot to do with it, coupled with state funds drying up, lack of jobs, and small wages. According to the state, nearly 300 families moved out of hotels from 2012 to 2013. But since April of this year, those numbers have started going up again. This hotel on Memorial Ave in Chicopee is an example of how the numbers have gone up. According to the state, there were 49 families living here at the end of July of last year. Right now, there are 90 families. One homeowner who didn't want to be identified says times are tough, and she's been into HAP Housing looking for help to just stay in her own home.
The mortgage is going up, the electricity is going up, water is going up, all the utilities are going up, but our paychecks are not going up.
Bill Miller with Friends of the Homeless Shelter says their homeless numbers typically go up in the winter, but in this economy, nothing is surprising.
You know, the people at the low end of the spectrum who are on disability income or, you know, working at minimum wage, you know, just can't afford housing very well. And so, you know, when you're close to that edge, it's easy to sort of fall into homelessness.
Now, here's a little bit of good news. Some of that state funding that actually ran out was restored last week, and that money actually helps divert families from going into hotels. The state still stands by their goal to have all of those families out by June of 2014. I'm Laura Hutchinson, working for you with the 22 News I-Team.